Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday webinar. If you can hear us, please let us know where you are watching. We'd love to be able to send you shout outs. We're so excited to carry on this conversation. Let's just make sure that we can have some sound. So we love to be able to get your feedback. If you can hear us, where you're watching, we'd love to be able to support you with your comments, but also respond and send you for, of course, shout outs because this is our weekly space built to connect you with job opportunities, employer partnerships, and career pathways while sharing the latest resources and tools to support your career trajectory. So every Wednesday, you can find us here with partners who are joining our network and also wants to support you with, and you can learn about their practical best practices, use the best approach that works for them, but most importantly, connect and grow your network. We're super excited to be able to support you across from one space of the US all the way to Ocanas, whatever resource you need, we're here to support you. So make sure you meet us in the neighborhood. Today, we're excited to welcome Jennifer Cox, Chief of Staff at Wise Advice and Assist Team, along with founder Laura Early, who is Wise, a business growth agency powered by military connected community, helping businesses streamline, systemize, and scale through supportive options in operations, finance, digital marketing, administration, and of course, project-based solutions, and supported by military spouse talent. This company mission is closely tied to solving military spouse unemployment and underemployment, creating meaningful opportunities. So without further ado, let's begin. Team, are you ready? We're super excited. We have a great crowd in the neighborhood. So just quick cheer. Are you ready to get started? All right, let's begin. Well, hello. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to another webinar. We're so excited to have with us a great career opportunities, but also a enthusiast aficionado crush of mine, the Wise team, Wise Advice Assist team, who I've known of their fantastic work for over 10 years. And then, of course, they're here to support us with more direction and to learn about their great work that they're doing, but also hot off the press. We have an incredible opportunity to share with you towards the end. So you have to stay tuned. And of course, tell us where you're watching to make sure that we have those opportunities. So a huge shout out already to all the way to our friend in Louisiana who commented. Thank you so much, Dr. Claudia. We are so excited that you are watching today and supporting. But first, let me go to our guest and then have an official introduction. So, Jennifer, we'll start with you, and then we'll go, of course, to our fearless leader, Laura. But tell us a little bit about yourself. How you made it to Wise? Why was this a wise decision for you to join Wise?
Yeah, it's so nice to meet you and everybody here. So my name is Jennifer Cox, and I am the Chief of Staff of WISE. Part of my role of Chief of Staff is I'm also our hiring director. So I'm excited to get to talk to you about our mission of hiring today. I am an active duty military spouse myself. I am currently stationed in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I came to WISE about 3.5 years ago. I was looking for a remote role that would move with me through PCSs like many of us are. And I started here as an executive assistant, and then I've been in this role about a year now.
Wow, wonderful. So thank you so much for taking the time today. Colorado, a beautiful state, and I always hear wonderful stories about military thriving community opportunities out there. So thank you so much. We'll definitely look forward to staying in touch with you. Then, of course, Laura. Thank you, Laura, and two Lauras on the stage today. So thank you so much for joining us today. Please introduce yourself and then a little bit of your great a pathway and how you excuse me decided that wise was such a great idea for you in your role.
Yeah, hi everybody. It's great to be here. We are big fans of Blue Star Families at Wise and have benefited from lots of your programs and share them with our team often. So it's great to be here and share about Wise. I am also an active duty military spouse. We are stationed Oconus right now and have been all over the world with the military over the last 15 years. I started Wise with a fellow military spouse, Diana Jakewith, in 2016 because I had 3 jobs in 4 years as a military spouse. And I realized that I needed flexibility. I needed a company that understood what it meant to be active duty, that I don't always have the answers all the time for what's going on with my daily schedule and my spouse's career. And then I wanted somewhere where I could truly have a career and excel. And at that time, which, let's turn our brains back to those years before COVID when remote was not the cool thing to do. There weren't a lot of remote opportunities. And so Diana and I sat down at a Panera Bread off of Exit 10 in Columbus, Georgia. For anyone who's been there, we don't have a plaque on a booth yet, but we're working on it. We feel like we should, because that's where we signed our official paperwork to start Wise. And we really wanted to create a place where both small businesses and military spouses, the military connected community, could have the life, family, and career that they've always dreamed of. And so for our clients, that looks like getting the help they need for flexibility. And for our team, that looks like being able to PCS with your job 8 times in 10 years. So that's really why we created Wise. And it was kind of selfish in the beginning, but knew that we wanted to create something that we could also offer to our peers and friends in the military connected community who had the same problems that we had. And that's what we've been doing now for over a decade.
Well, what a wonderful selfish project both of you decided to create, because I can just imagine hundreds of military spouses that you have been able to touch through your support with employment. But not only that, also deliver great solutions to small businesses or startups, or just in general, those who can benefit, because now you get to connect amazing talent and deliver great solutions for other great entrepreneurs like yourself who, just creative. I love being around creative people because it just makes me feel really smarter. But I want to know more about your projects and how Wise is established. What do you guys do? Teach us, tell us more about all the great stuff that you guys are leading.
Yeah, awesome. Well, like I said, we exist to enable military connected individuals and small business owners to have the life, family, and career they've always dreamed of. And I always like to say that looks different for everybody. There is no cookie cutter life, family, and career for everybody. And so for some of our team members, that looks like longevity and career. For others, it's true flexibility so they can pick and drop off their kids from school. And then for our clients, it's the same. Some of them need freedom to be with their family, to go to the gym, to take care of things, or some of them need more time so that they can focus on the area of the business that they need to give their time to so they can grow. So it looks a little bit different for everybody. And that's what we love about Wise, is that it's a place that you can come and get service or serve our clients and really find that life, family, and career. So, like I said, we were founded in 2016 outside of Fort Benning, Georgia, by myself and Diana Jakewith. We currently have 27 team members in across 14 states, 2 countries, and we've worked with over 700 companies over the last 10 years. And these are just some of our core values. So if you're thinking about applying to some of our roles that we might talk about later, so stay tuned. These are the core values that we look for and that we try to exhibit to our clients from our team. Excellence in the ordinary. We really pride ourselves on doing the little things well, especially in our administrative roles. Administrative work is not always like the sexiest thing you've ever seen, but it really matters. And when it's not done well, it's noticeable. So we really take pride in doing the excellent things well every day. We believe in collaboration over competition. More is a accomplished together than it is separately. We are so much more dynamic as a military connected community when we're working together to solve problems like military spouse employment, like we're doing today, bringing two amazing organizations together to try and solve a problem. Adaptability in all circumstances. This is something that our military connected community have in spades. We know how to rock it. We know how to move at a moment's notice. We know how to figure out how to get into a school or how to find healthcare or find out where to go to the grocery store when you move into a new town. We're strong communicators. We really believe in that. It's important and critical when you're a remote team like we are. You're not on the same time zone all the time. You don't have time to sit in someone's office and really see what's going on. You see a small square box of each other's lives. It's really important to have strong communication. Lifelong learners, which we love Blue Star Families for. Shout out. We use your masterclass subscription at WISE to learn and grow, because we believe that we should always be learning and growing. So if you are not already taking advantage of the masterclass membership that you get through Blue Star Families, you absolutely should. I took 3 AI courses through there recently, and they were really, really helpful for me. And then our last core value is that we truly believe in being people of integrity. And then what do we do? The simplest way to put it is we help businesses grow by providing expert outsourcing services. We work in 3 verticals that we're going to pop up here on the screen in a second, but we work in operations, finance, and digital marketing. Those are the 3 areas that we serve clients in. Everything from general admin to operational strategy, from bookkeeping to full-on fractional CFO work, and then in digital marketing, everything from social to sales funnels to websites, all of that stuff that falls within that category.
Yeah, and then within those 3 departments, we hire roles. And so that's where the hiring piece comes in. So under operations, that's where our administrative assistants, our virtual assistants, executive assistants. We also do operational strategy, and we have account managers in that field. So we have a lot of people that love that realm and the details of those roles. And so that's exactly what you would be looking for is under our operations department. Under finance, we hire finance virtual assistants, which are our bookkeepers. And we also have finance controllers under there. And then for our digital marketing, lots of different things fall under that realm. Our digital marketers do a little bit of everything, but each of them also has their specialty that they love. So that might be copywriting or social media or PR. Also graphics is a big part of that, and logos. And we also do some websites and more technical things as well. So within, again, there's almost a role for everybody here based on our different departments and what people enjoy and love doing. So a little bit about our hiring process. So with our career ready candidates, these are a few things that we see that are really positives. First of all is with the resume, a tailored resume really makes all the difference, really speaking on your experience to the role that you're applying for. And that includes volunteer experience. As military spouses, we have a lot of it. Sometimes that's been in those career breaks as well, whether intentional or not. It's experience that you can use. And so use that and write it toward the role and the skills that you've had and the experiences that you've had. But making that resume really easy to read and the things that pop out that match the job description make a big difference. The second is presentation, showing up professionally and client ready. We do work with clients. Our team members work directly with clients, and they love that we show up professionally, even though we're not in an office. We kind of give that experience remotely. And so that's something we see as well in a career ready candidate. And then lastly is in the interview. If you got the interview, be confident in your experience and who you are. There's so many applications coming in. So if you have that interview, just speak confidently on your experience to the role, connect it to what you'll be doing. Even if it doesn't seem exactly the same, you'll be amazed at those experiences that you've had that actually can make a big difference and give you a jump start into a new role. And so kind of sum that up, we see things that are tailored from career candidates, professional, be authentic, be yourself. It's who you are. This is the life that we're in and that we're leading, and also be confident in your experiences too. Okay, so a little bit about our hiring process. On our website, we have a careers page. You'll see about our company, about our core values, about how we work together there. We do have a wait list always open on our website, so you can always go in, put your interest in, and then we contact those candidates when we have openings for those specific roles they're interested in. Another route is the fellowship. The MSEP has a fellowship program that we love to partner with as well. It's a great way to find careers, especially remote careers. So our hiring peak seasons are spring and fall. We are at the tail end of the spring season, but it technically is still spring, and we do have a current opening, which is our business development representative. So it's someone who loves speaking to people, networking, client acquisition, talking to people about the positives of working with Wise and the benefits that they'll have here. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, we'll have a link at the end. It's listed in Blue Star Families as well. And so we'd love to hear from you about that. All right. And so how can you stay connected to us? As always, on our website is great, but we also have some wonderful socials. Is a great way to get the most up-to-date information about Wise and about our hiring. So we're on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And so we'd love for you to connect with us there so you can stay up to date on what we're doing. All right.
Wonderful. That is fantastic. And I did have some members in our Spouse First community post some questions, but those cannot transfer out here yet because we're not in that group. But those of you who are watching, and if you do get to replay, please post those comments directly into the Blue Star page so that we can see them. But I know that it was Ashley, I believe. Yes, Ashley, who shared, remote work and if you have any openings. So Ashley, we do have openings and definitely explore the opportunities. But let me ask you, Laura, back to your early days and then creating this wonderful vision with Diana. What kind of a person in your opinion currently thrives really well at Wise that makes it a phenomenal employee potential remote supporter of yours for this business and the rest of the work that you guys do?
Yeah, I think anyone who leans into our core values is obviously going to be a phenomenal fit for our organization. But I truly believe anyone who's going to be successful in a remote role has to have some level of being an innovative self-starter. No one is standing over your desk telling you when to do things or how to do things. You have to have some of that just self-motivation to be able to go to your office. Mine's in my basement, so down in my little dungeon office getting work done. You have to have some of that self-guided motivation to be able to do well. So I feel like innovative self-starters do really well. Problem solvers, people who accept a challenge and again are gonna ask for what they need. Asking for help is such a strength, and so many people see it as a weakness, but it is truly a strength. If you're able to communicate what you know and what you don't know and what you need help with, you're gonna succeed wherever you are.
Perfect. That is wonderful. And then Jennifer, I'm assuming, but maybe I don't know yet, you are a great contributor to spotlighting and reviewing those candidates with your role as a chief of staff. How do you spotlight great potential talent beyond the perfect resume?
Oh, that's a good question. Yes, I do see quite a few of them come through, hundreds, thousands, maybe throughout the years. So beyond the perfect resume is really somebody's communication, how they speak about themselves, both written and verbally. And I think what people forget is your first impression actually usually happens through written communication before you have the interview. And so that's where I really see the standouts is in that written communication and how they first communicate. Even for me, still to this day, if it's an important email, I have to do it on a computer and not on my phone. I do have the sent from my phone taken off my phone, but I just get nervous. I'm like, let me do this on the computer. So really kind of thinking about it like, oh, this is my first chance for professional communication is great. And then when we see that leveled up, then in the verbal communication in the interview, it's fantastic. That's what makes it stand out.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, everything, of course, is supposed to be easier and on the go, but no, take your serious encounters or serious projects when you have a good visual that you are able to really commit to it, very intentional, because the phone may also create, distract you. So anyway, so follow Jennifer's tips just to make sure. Now, in your guys' opinion, what makes remote work feel more meaningful? Because I imagine in your industry, it's very project-based. So you have clients, you have projects that come and then they end. And so for those who may be thinking, I really want a strict routine on a regular basis, how can we make this work feel very meaningful and yet still be super productive and connected with the work?
I think the work is incredibly meaningful, even if it's not as typical as a 9 to 5. And I find that a 9 to 5 structure doesn't actually work for most active duty spouses. But we're a mission driven organization. We have a huge team culture. We're always building and connecting with one another. And I think that that's a really beautiful thing to be a part of. And then a lot of our clients are doing high impact things that we get to be a part of as well.
I absolutely agree. I think what's great is the reach we have too remotely is we get to work with people in multiple states, time zones, and in very different industries that if you were just working in one office in a local location that we wouldn't be able to get to know and touch and get to work with and support. And so I think that's one of the fantastic things too about WISE and working remotely is all the different industries and businesses we get to work with.
Absolutely. I imagine just being part of somebody else's project or really larger scale, massive, whatever they might be. So business owners or those who are really creating something phenomenal to bring solutions to our community. And then you get to be behind the scenes and help them deliver that vision. I that would be super rewarding to be able to be there with them. So this is definitely a great opportunity for so many people within our community who are creativity. Now, somebody asked me the other day, Jennifer and Laura, of course, you get your thoughts on this. When should I disclose that I'm not a military spouse or that I am a military spouse during the interview process? So I think that's still kind of like a hunting, sort of a question or relatable thing in during the interview process. But how can military life experience become a real professional advantage? What's you guys' take on this?
Yeah, I personally think you should include all your experiences in your resume. I did. I think you just note it was volunteer, but you put the dates in, their roles, and they count. And I think that's what people worry about is, oh, there's gaps or there's moves. Don't worry about a couple months. Like that's part of life. But include all of those things. I personally came with a large career break on purpose. I stayed at home with my kids when they were small, but when I started thinking about it, I was like, wait a second, I volunteered with events. I volunteered in advocacy. I was actually a technology volunteer, and all of those things, I didn't know it at the time, actually were really great fits with WISE and that background. Because one of the first things Laura said is, great, we have an event in May and I started late December, you're on it. So those things matter. And so put them in. And that's why I go back to the confidence. Just know that everything you have is valuable, and it may not be the right fit for one company, but it's going to be for another. So include it and put it on there.
Excellent. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. You were going to say something, Laura?
Yeah, I was just going to add, work experience is work experience, whether it's paid or unpaid. So if you've sat on a spouses club board or a nonprofit board, that is a role, that is a job, it's an opportunity. Like Jennifer said, it has incredible experience and can relate to things. So please put that on there. I think as far as when you should disclose that you are a military spouse, I think is dependent upon the organization. Unfortunately, with our organization, you can tell from everything you find of us that we are very military friendly, military forward, military thriving. We love a military spouse. So for us, we want to know from the beginning if you're a military spouse. We probably will know before you tell us based on your resume. And we love a jigsaw puzzle resume. I love it because that's what mine looked like before WISE. So don't be afraid to be like, wow, I have all this experience from all these different places. Give it to us. We want it. But I would say there's other organizations. Scope out their website, scope out their social, figure out how familiar they are with military hiring before you mention it. And it's unfortunate that it has to be that way, but a lot of people don't understand the military spouse component. And if you do have a crazy jigsaw puzzle resume like I had prior to WISE, put that in a cover letter to the company. The reason I have so much experience in so many different locations is because I'm a military spouse. This is the benefit to your company because I know lots of different industries. I've experienced lots of different cultures. I'm an excellent communicator. Tell them and pose it as a positive before they have an opportunity to tell you that it's a negative. So tailor it, but also present it in a way that puts a positive spin on it before they have time to make assumptions based on your resume or things that don't include your personality in them.
I love it. Thank you so much for reassuring that and clarifying it, but also, making that mention that yes, it all depends on the organization. So you got to know the culture. That's why it's extremely important for you to do your research and understand where those opportunities are. And if it's not the right timing right now for employment or for other opportunities, then there's always Wise. And then of course, you'll find a great community here that you'll grow and it's project based and it's long term. As long as you are on exploration and growing and learning. And as you heard it, there's two peak seasons, spring and fall, which I can think of it right now, Jen and Laura, that this is the time that I should be structuring and planning for my full work commitment. I should be learning, I should be certifying, I should be doing all kinds of other things, enjoying my summer. But of course, submitting probably my application and getting to know you all ladies so that when the fall comes and the kids go to school and I am free to go and I'm super committed, I have already done my homework to be invested. And then Jen, I heard you mention, be super confident and work on your mindset. What additional sort of things could you add to why the mindset matters more than job titles? How can military spouses, given that you have been in this experience, how can they approach that through their mindset?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I'd say when you're looking for jobs, don't just look at the title, look at the job description and what's in there. And I'll just say personally, when I was looking for a role 3.5+ years ago, looking here, I sort of did that at first. I looked just at the title and was like, oh, I don't know if that's a fit for me. It was actually my husband that encouraged me to apply to this particular Wise and the executive assistant, because it wasn't the same job title as I had done before. But when I started looking at the job description, I was like, wait, I have done all those things, and maybe not in one place, but all of them added up together. And so he's the one who pushed me to apply, and thank goodness he did, because here I am 3.5 years later. So that's why I said it is about the mindset, but it's also reading those details. Sometimes we just look at the job, salary, location, and we move on. But that job description actually may be something that you didn't realize that you were interested in. So I would definitely say that's the biggest piece is, looking at those details and seeing what is really a match for me, and maybe being open to something that wasn't one of your original thoughts.
Absolutely. And I know we've been talking about jobs, employment, military spouses, of course, having a flexible, great remote role. But I also know, Laura, I'm going to put you on the spot, that we have so many creators also through our community and could also benefit from your services as a company. And in return, then they also help in military spouses, because that's usually the talent pool that you tend to attract and hire for yours. So what should creators know about working with a Wise team for their projects, for their business, and how to really ramp it up a little bit better and take it to the $1 million deal?
Sure. What I love about our team is we truly want to partner with our clients for growth. If we are not helping you get to the next level and achieve your goals, we're not doing our job right. So Wise is a great place to partner with, because we're going to tell you not to do something. If you come and say, hey, I have this really great idea, it's this, that, and the other thing, we're going to poke some holes, ask some questions. And if we think it's not the best move for you, we're going to tell you because we really believe in your growth. And so that's what I think is so beautiful about Wise. Our team genuinely, deeply cares about our clients, about their success, about their lives, about their businesses. And I don't see that in a lot of agency work anymore. I think the other thing that's really cool about Wise is we're fractional support. So maybe you're looking to grow, scale, take your business to the next level, but you don't need a full-time person. You need someone, for 20 hours a month to help you. That's something that you can get at Wise and get some support at the level that you're at. And then when you get and grow bigger, which we hope you do from working with us, you can add more support and you can change that relationship with us over time, which I think is a really incredible benefit to the creators and the small businesses that maybe don't have the consistency or don't have the level of business where they need a full-time person all the time.
I love that you have that flexibility and allow for those who business sort of a transitions as well. They have different peak seasons for growth. And so thank you so much for that. Let's take some time right now to send some shout outs to our community. For sure, let's go really quick to our LinkedIn, where we have a lot of great members there who have signed up or are watching. and then of course follow this. So thank you, Alex. Congratulations on the spotlight. Thank you, Tara. I hope that you are able to take advantage of this. Thank you, Cassie. Thank you for Kylie, Melissa. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Carmen, for also sending a shout out. Thank you, Dr. Claudia, and great great opportunities out there in Louisiana. Thank you so much for sharing and for posting your comments. And then of course in our Facebook community, thank you so much for Brittany. Thank you to Heather. And then thank you to Dolly as well. Thank you, Lois. She's always such a great supporter of our community. And thank you, Sierra, in our neighborhood community and some of the other ones who are watching there. Remember, we also stream these into the neighborhood community, so you don't have to take any notes. You don't have to do that. Facebook will delete these after 30 days, but we have them in our neighborhood community. And then I do want to take some time so that you guys know for sure where you need to go, because if you just are scrolling into social and you happen to figure it out, okay, I'm going to go and look for it, this is the website where you need to go and locate the business solution if you're a creator, and then you learn more about their initiatives, how they got started, the WISE team. Then of course, if you are interested in applying or becoming part of the applicant pool, remember, sometimes there's not active jobs, but the best way to get a job here is for you to be part of the applicant pool, because when those become available, I've been told this by many other great creators like the WISE team, that they look first into their database. If your profile is completely updated, then that's where you really need to do. So add your name, do your diligence to start creating your profile, and then learn more about the WISE team. And then of course, when in doubt, just beat us in the neighborhood. Let me know, and then I'll be able to direct you into the next connections. And then follow Jennifer on LinkedIn, and follow Laura also as well on LinkedIn, and connect with them as well. So thank you very much. For this business development manager that you currently have, what is usually the timeline? Ideally, when do you want to have somebody in your inbox ready to hire and execute? Give me a timeline, because I know a lot of people right now, especially June, with graduations, with PCS move, with kids getting off school, are a little hesitant to submit that application. So walk me through potential timeline so that I know when to apply when my schedule frees up.
Yeah. We want you to apply right now. So please go in there, go ahead and apply. And we know it is PCS season. We know it is summer season. But roles, come and go throughout the year. So I would say in any job, if you see a role that is interesting to you, go ahead and apply and see what happens. We have had people take interviews from hotel rooms, wherever they are. If you're interested, please apply. We welcome you to do that. And we are accepting applications right now.
Excellent. Thank you. I love it that you are so flexible, because you understand the military lifestyle. So those of you who are watching and are being a little shy to not share your name because you don't want somebody else to know. I know this happens a lot. I don't want to put my name because they'll know that I'm going to be applying and I'm going to beat them to the application. But just reach out and we'll make sure that you make it where you need to go. So thank you so much for supporting and watching this. Now, I would like to thank you, of course, and give time back because we're almost at time. But thank you so much for joining today and sharing all about WISE Advice Assist Team, your motto, and all the great structure that you have to support military spouse employment. What is one project or one call to action you would like to leave us with that we should take serious consideration for the rest of the summer, for growth or for employment? Let's start with you, Jen.
Oh, that is a great question. I would say if there's something that you're interested in learning or working more in, take the time. Like Laura said, the BSF Masterclass is fantastic, but look at what that is and see if there's just a class you can take, a seminar you can take, a webinar you can take to learn more about that. And in that way, you feel confident in applying to those types of roles.
Excellent. Thank you. What about you, Laura? What is your call to action, something you would like to leave us today, food for thought that we can think of, or suggestions to just get much greater?
I would say if you don't know your goal, define your goal. But if you do know your goal, which I hope you do, it's June, we're halfway through the year. Take that next step, take that one next step, do that thing that you're scared to do. So that could be applying for the job that maybe you don't think you're a good fit for. Give us the opportunity to say no to you. That's how I look at it. Give them the opportunity to say no to you, or give them the opportunity to say yes, right? Just put yourself out there. If you're in a job and you're actively trying to grow, I think taking the next step to learn, taking the next step towards promotion or whatever it may be. So my favorite advice, the thing I always say is, summer we talk about, there's a lot going on. It also gives you a lot of opportunity. So take the best next step towards whatever your goal is. And if you don't know what that is, talk to a friend, talk to a mentor, find a coach, get into the neighborhood and find someone who can help you figure out who the next step is.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thank you very much for watching. Thank you for everyone who is going to also watch the replay. We're so excited to connect you to the WISE team. And then, of course, continue to follow up and then celebrate with one of you or more than one future hiring opportunities that the team provides, but also celebrating how your business, if you decide to also connect with them, how your business is also thriving and growing, because that's a whole 360 degrees turnaround connection. So I love that. And I love this particular opportunity for many military spouses. So thank you for watching. We'll be in touch. Thank you very much. Meet us in the neighborhood for more additional resources and, of course, connections. Thank you. Thank you, team.